and welcome to WUNC News. I am your host, Simon Covington, and this is Dylan Alexander with the 80s.
Today we're doing a bit of a throwback to talk about our 40th President, Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan became the 40th President of the United States on January 2nd, 1981, winning the election over Jimmy Carter. Ronald Reagan had 489 Electoral College votes, while Jimmy Carter had 49 Electoral College votes. Before Ronald Reagan became president, he was the governor of California, and then before that, he was an actor. That was one of the reasons he was so popular and won the presidential election by a landslide. The middle class of America agreed with his ideas and voted for him in the win against Walter Mondale. Ronald Reagan was president for 9 out of 10 years of the decade. Ronald Reagan promised to rebuild the United States military, since after the Vietnam War, American military strength and morale were low.
Also, drugs were a major problem in the 1980s. They were mainly coming from Colombia. Ronald Reagan and his wife, Nancy Reagan, started the Just Say No policy. What do you think about this, Dylan?
I'm not sure. Let's go to our colleague in Seattle for her opinion. Over to you, Dalton.
Thanks, Dylan. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle, but a rather quiet one at that. What's our topic for today?
We're doing a throwback to the 80s. What do you think about our 40th president, Ronald Reagan? Was he a successful president?
Interesting topic, Dylan. Not that I was actually alive in the 1980s, but here's a popular opinion that I tend to agree with. Ronald Reagan was a solid president overall. He had a clear vision of what the nation should and could be, and achieved many of the goals he set during his presidency, including eliminating the always feared big government and rebuilding the U.S. military. But some of the laws he created for the 1980s are virtually useless today and might be even having a negative effect on our economy. Do you know what I'm referring to, Simon?
When Ronald Reagan was in office, he began the practice of taxing the upper class a certain percent less than the middle and lower class, so the upper class would invest more in starting companies and businesses, creating more jobs and boosting the economy. Yes, but this practice is virtually useless in today's economy, and is therefore completely unfair.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's throwback segment. Thanks for weighing in, Dalton. And don't forget to tune in next time.